We got our stuff all set up. That moose is on that island right in front of us. About 300 yards. We can't see him from down here. But we're gonna give him a couple calls. See if we can get him to come out. So that moose is right out on that island. This morning we dropped down, stopped right in this little cove, and we called there. He didn't respond to it. So we hiked up on this side over here, glassed back, and we got another look at him. He was about 400. I just didn't feel super comfortable with 400 yards. And I had to have my tripod like pretty high to shoot over the brush, so it wasn't the greatest shot. So we walked back down, went out to the end of this point, and we called a couple times. And I see him get up and he moved. I just saw him real quick, like his back and one of his horns. We waited down there for a while, I tried some calling. It wasn't working. So we hiked back up to the lookout. And now
so we're stalking this moose, couldn't find out where he was at. So Dylan decided to climb a tree. As soon as he got up there, he's like, "Jacob, hand me my rifle." So I handed him his rifle. He's like, "I see it." He told me to push up a little ways where we first thought he was at. As soon as I get there, I see his head poking up, looking right at me. I took my gun off safe, and all of a sudden I hear this gunshot. And I couldn't see him from there on out, but
freaking shot it out of a tree.
I come down, Dylan's still in the tree, and he said he got a pretty clean shot. It was about 100 yards.
So this is the view up in the tree. When I first climbed up here, he was bedded down right next to that dead tree that's leaning. And I was watching him and then looking for Jacob to pop up over here so we could both shoot. And I looked back and he was gone. And I'd just seen him like going through the trees here. And I held my scope on this opening. And as soon as he walked in between them two trees, I tucked it right up in behind his shoulder. So hopefully it's a good shot.
So when I came back up to see if we were gonna spot him, once you spotted him out of the tree, I was up here for backup. As soon as I got up here, I made eye contact with him, and all I saw was his antlers sticking above the brush. So I paused real quick, took my gun off safety, and I was just waiting because I wanted Dylan to take the first shot. So you shot, Dylan shot, and that was it. I looked up again because I didn't want to spook him, and he was gone.
So we were on the other side. There's the ribbon hanging in the tree I shot from. We walked up here, and we see him laying right there. There he is. Let's get some pictures. So this is day 2 of trying to get this bull. We seen him the day before opener.
Hiked all over the place.
Hiked all over the place at him. Did like 6 miles the first day, 5 miles the second day. He kept bedding out here in this meadow, and the brush is just like 6 feet tall. Every time you get close, you just can't see him. So we were watching him this morning. He was up on the far ridge line, like 1,800 yards. And we were trying to, well, maybe if we go after him. Well, we were kind of tired of chasing him, so we watched him for a while. He came back down off the mountain, went right back almost to the same spot that he had been bedding down, and he bedded down. And we watched him for an hour or so, and we decided that you can't shoot him from 900 yards out. So we put another stalk on him, got 80 yards from him and couldn't see him, and he was right in front of us. Went back and forth trying to find a spot where we could see him. Decided to climb a tree, and I could see him. He was right there, like 100 yards. So Jacob went up a little higher to try to get a shot, and I stayed in the tree. He ended up standing up, started to come down the hill. And I had one little opening between two trees, and it was the last time I was going to see him. So I was leaning up on a tree branch, up in the top of the tree, and we got him with one shot. Now we got to get him all butchered up and packed out.
Yeah, buddy.
We're on our third trip out with some meat. Packing out the front shoulders.
Yeah, buddy.
How's it feel?
Wait, buddy. You know me, son.
Okay.
Probably about 80 pounds at least, maybe 85.
Plus rifle, rain gear, water. And we're just going through all this nasty brush. I got a quarter on my pack too. Got it all loaded down.
You start cutting right here?
Yeah, just keep going kind of on the right side of those trees, but straight down. Luckily, it's only like a mile. Probably 4 more trips.
Last trip out.